Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Welcome to the Coming Apocalypse. This is the YouTube version. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Today's November the 28th, 2022. There's some breaking news. This happened within the hour of a new biometric system. The demand for it is rising, and I have some inside information from a federal insider employee that I'm going to share with you what has already been developed. Of course, we all know that the end times will bring about the mark of the beast. So that's not a question. How it comes about, or what is the technology that will be used to create this worldwide system, that's interesting. Well, you might want to find something out right here. And why they want to do it is another reason. Let's check this out. Advocacy groups are urging the U.S. Congress to pass Improving Digital Identity Act. The Better Identity Coalition has joined with the Identity Theft Resource Center and 8 other organizations to call on U.S. Congress to include the Improving Digital Identity Act of 2022 in this year's year-end spending bill. The letter to congressional leaders on both sides of the aisle was reprinted in a tweet from the coalition. Other groups signing the call for federal action on digital ID include the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Technology Engagement Center, and advocates for the cybersecurity, healthcare, and financial services. So just about everybody. The Digital Identity Act of 2022 has advanced through committees in both the House of Representatives and the Senate, but has yet to be brought to a vote. The letter highlights the 293 million Americans who are affected by data breaches just in the year of 2021, and 333% increase in losses from identity fraud since 2017. Identity theft has impacted almost half of the Americans, they say, and the proliferation of unemployment insurance fraud, estimated by the Department of Labor signatories, notes, and FTC's estimate the identity theft for public benefits fraud has increased by 3,000% from the year 2019 through the year 2020. And the FINCEN has identified the abuse of personality identifiable information and other components of digital identity is a key enabler of fraud and cybercrime in the United States. The synthetic identity fraud now costs $20 billion a year, the Federal Reserve is saying. The lack of easy, secure, reliable way for entities to verify identities of people they are dealing with online creates friction in commerce and leads to increased fraud and theft, degrades privacy, hinders the availability of many services online. Digital identity infrastructure could add 4% to the American GDP by the year 2030. They argue, and the NIST says it could save a single agency more than $300 million each year. By prioritizing digital identity infrastructure, we will prevent costly cybercrime, help ensure Americans never become identity theft victims, give businesses and consumers new confidence, and foster growth and innovation across the economy, according to the letter. Many of the same groups wrote President Joe Biden earlier this year, urging him to put digital identity infrastructure in place through an executive order. This is how close and how serious they're getting with this. Now, why is this important? Well, according to the Bible, in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, there is a one world government, but there's also has to be a one world system. Yes, it's managed by an antichrist and a false prophet involved, but there has to be a system. Let's read here, Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. He exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. and he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, or the Antichrist, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, or the Antichrist, which had the wound by a sword and did live. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as it would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, or 666. Now, having said that, we have to take a look at they're begging for it. They're begging for it. Begging for what? What is the technology that can ensure and guarantee not only the United States and all of its government agencies and all of the economic institutions and categories, but the whole world, to eliminate theft and make sure everybody is protected? Well, in 2016, I held a conference, a prophecy conference, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I hosted it. I had Stephen Ben-Nun as a guest and the Reverend Hall out of West Virginia. And it was a really good conference. We had a good crowd. About 300 people showed up. It was a really great conference in which we talked a lot about prophecy and the end of times and Revelation, what have you. Well, there was a lady that was there. It was an employee of the federal government. And she said to me, can I just have a few words with you after, whenever you get a moment? I got something very important I would like to share. Well, people say that to me all the time. And, and sometimes it is very important, and sometimes it's not. But anyway, yeah, of course. I said, sure, what is it? And so she said, okay, I work for the government in the biometrics department. And I want you to know that we've already created a system that's biometric. It's a chip, but it's not even a chip. It's so small. It's so little invasiveness to it that you wouldn't even feel it. And it's not the grain of sand microchip that we all envision. It's way smaller than that. It's smaller than a nano chip. It was more like a quartz. And that's like, I don't know, that's dinky. You can't hardly see it dinky. But she said it only works, it's made so that only your DNA is compatible with each chip. So in other words, there's a chip made for every person, and only your DNA activates the chip. So in other words, you couldn't cut it out of one person and use it for you. It won't work. It's based off your DNA. She said it has the capability of storing massive amounts of data, more than you could ever put together. In other words, it would handle all of your medical records. It would handle all of your banking information. It would take care of all of your anything and everything about your social score, or who you are, or what you're about, anything you've ever said, written, signed, everything and everything. And it can only work with you. So it's 100% identity theft proof. I said, wow. And this is 2016. I said, so if they've got it, when are they going to bring it out? She goes, when the public demands it. When the need, because of so much cyber theft, so much crime, that people are begging the government to, and the world will be begging for something to be fixed, a new system, begging. She said, when that day comes, we will bring it out. It's ready. We've tested it. It's perfect. It works. And that was 6 years ago. So how close are we? So when I read an article like this, and Israel Hall actually showed me this. When I read this article, immediately I thought about this lady and what she told me and how it's already ready. They're just waiting on the reason to bring it out. It's sort of like the Great Reset. They already got it, folks. You know, I seen, was it Wells Fargo, Citibank, and there's another financial institution. I can't remember the third one. They're doing a 90-day test on the digital dollar, I guess they want to call it. They want to prove that it works. It already works. They already know it works. They're just waiting on a reason, waiting on the public to demand it. It's all part of this system that's going to bring you peace and security, peace and safety. The beast can solve an unsolvable problem. The beast, his seat is being established, and then he's going to sit in it. Folks, we are so close to seeing those days as the Bible said we will. Matter of fact, here's a song that Israel Hall wrote. I think he wrote this. Yeah, he wrote this song. And I recorded it on my album, Harmonize and Prophesy. It's called Silver Streets. Israel helps me sing it as well. I'll be right back after this.
God, I'm so scared for this crooked generation. Will you even find faith in the earth when you bring down revelation? Forgive us now the sins of our youth, worshiping the idols that knew everything but the truth. Teach us how to uncorrupt our minds. Show us now while we still have the time. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the street.
How much will we see before the fire falls? Lord, could this really be the last altar call? We need your blood over the doorposts of our hearts. Anoint us with your fiery love as the praise and worship starts. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets. Oh, we abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets.
We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the stream. We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the stream.
Wow, what a powerful song. You know what, guys? I forgot to tell you something. You want to get younger? You can do that at www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Our skin, our body, loses 1% of collagen every year. And, you keep losing 10% every decade. It don't take long. And you start finding yourself really, your skin, the elasticity of it, your fingernails get weak, your hair gets weak and brittle, and you don't have that youthful glow. The thing to do is just go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Find out how you can get restored that youthful glow and feeling again. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I think it was powerful information. I wanted to share that info that I had, and I've been kind of sitting on for 6 years, but this, I've been waiting for the demand. I mean, it's not about the technology. Okay, they got it now, here they go. No, it's about, they got it already. It's when do we beg for it? We are going to beg. Did you realize the world's going to beg the Antichrist to take his seat and reject Christ? That's what's coming. I'm going to be back with another video, some more great information right here on this YouTube channel today, just in a few minutes maybe, about 10 minutes from now. So stick around on the coming apocalypse.